Welcome back to Living 757. Every year, thousands of people on a single day go to beaches, rivers, streams, and more to help clean up harmful litter and debris. It's time to talk about Clean the Bay Day. Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Hi. Thank you for coming and thank you for bringing all of these materials.
Yes.
So let's talk about something that some people didn't grow up learning. What is the Chesapeake Bay watershed and how far does it reach?
Great question.
Yes.
I love this question. So the watershed is 64,000 square miles.
Whew.
It's
Wow.
6 states plus Washington, D.C. And here in our region in Hampton Roads, we're at the very bottom of that watershed. So it's quite large.
It definitely is.
It is. So, and how is it important for the Chesapeake Bay and also for the environment, for the economy, for everything here in the Hampton Roads area to be clean and to do these activities?
Yeah, the bay is incredibly vital to us. Whether it's all the forests in the area that are filtering drinking water that we need, whether it's providing that big economic engine, we're talking the seafood industry, we're talking the recreation industry and tourism. The bay is incredibly vital and it needs to be healthy for all of those things to happen.
So we can say it's a huge part of the area here.
Now, Save the Bay Day is taking place on Saturday, May 2nd from 9 a.m. to noon. And literally thousands of people come to all parts of the watershed around them and clean for 3 hours. What kind of impact does this have on the bay and its watershed overall?
It's an incredible impact. We will have more than 200 sites that day. On average, on Clean the Bay Day, we have 4,000 volunteers, and in just those 3 hours, they will pick up between 75,000 and 100,000 pounds of debris.
Oh my gosh. That is amazing. And just to have that that number that is, the volunteers. So now let's talk about what we have right here.
Okay.
So what we use these for?
Yes. So at the Chesapeake Bay Foundation, we have Clean the Bay Day, which is a major cleanup. But these baby here's oysters do a great job of cleaning the water. They can filter up to 50 gallons per day of oysters. Wow. And during the summer months, we have 10 events where folks can come out. They can adopt baby oysters, put them off their dock, or we have some public access, and they will nurture them for a year. They will bring them back. This will expand. The whole cage will be full with baby oysters at the end.
Oh my goodness.
And then those oysters will go onto restoration reefs.
I love that. What a beautiful. Can you imagine? Because you grew up in the water, right?
I did. And I was talking to her before we got started about how my parents need one of these cages at home. Mom, Dad, you're going to have to put one or two of these off the dock.
We can make it happen.
I love it. How is the health of the bay currently today?
Currently today, the last report card that came out in 2025 is rated a C. Down a little bit from the C plus the year before, but I can tell you there are long-term trends that things are going upward. The Chesapeake Bay Foundation has been around since the late 60s. When we entered the environmental field and when we began doing our work, it was in pretty bad shape. And over the last 4 decades, with all the other environmental groups working, people being more aware, doing the right things, we are on an upward trend. So we're going to take that C and run with it.
I feel like there are a lot of downfalls to technology, but one good thing about it is that it keeps people informed about how the smallest things can do a big part. Now, I keep looking at this. What is this?
So this is a little baby replica of an oyster castle. So our restoration team will deploy these offshore, and oysters like to attach themselves to hard surfaces. So at the end, when we come back a year later, this thing is completely covered in oyster, and you can see it has little places for other critters to enter.
That is amazing.
So oyster habitats and those underwater grasses are extremely important. They're nurseries. They're nurseries for crabs and they're nurseries for fish. So you can imagine these being like a reef, if you will.
Oh, that's so cool.
I love it. So now, if someone is watching and want to be part of this amazing event and just restore the bay, how is, what are they going to expect? How is the process? They have a website, they can sign in as a volunteer, how that works?
Yes, we make it extremely easy. You go to cbf.org/clean, and you pick a partner you want to work with. If you live in Virginia Beach and you want to clean up in Virginia Beach, select Virginia Beach.
Awesome.
If you happen to be up on a peninsula and you want to clean up with a group there, then click them and join. It's a simple sign-up process, and that partner will then reach out to you and they will assign you a spot to clean up. And if you're extra and you want to be a zone captain, you can get one of these hats and you can lead a site yourself. So you're going to check volunteers in, you're going to check them off, you're going to have a good time and be home for lunch.
This is something that also we can do with the kids?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes. All ages are welcome. I've seen women with babies on hips, the little ones getting out there.
That's an extra workout.
It's an extra workout. We even have some challenge sites. So if you sign up for an 18 or plus site, that means it's going to be a challenge. So get your boots on and you're going to get dirty and get a good exercise.
Now you're talking my language. I'm going to join.
So that is amazing. I think we already have said it. I mean, we share the information. Please go and check the website. Thank you, Lisa, for coming today and share this amazing thing with us.